My name is Jitendra Chouksey. I'm from a small village called Polaha. I've been fat for the first half of my life when I was pretty young. Yeah, you can probably see that. Okay, that part's blurred. But yeah, I was pretty fat. And that's my family right there. I started getting into fitness from a very early age and managed to build a company which now trains and transforms people around the world. We have trained over 300,000 plus people in 104 countries. This session is all about how to be physically, mentally, socially, and financially better. Because I believe that, I've come from a place where I was neither physically fit, nor mentally fit, nor financially fit. And of course, I wasn't socially fit either. And so from there to where I am right now, I've learned a couple of things which I wish to share with everybody. I believe that our growth rests on 4 fundamental pillars. Okay, those pillars are physical, mental, social, and financial well-being. Think of these pillars as pillars of a building on which the growth of the building or the foundation of the building rests, and then you have the roof. But if you focus too much on one of these pillars, if one of these pillars is longer and the other one is shorter, what happens is that you cannot have a proper foundation, or you can build on top of this. So if you wish to have a sustained growth, you need to balance all these 4 pillars: physical, mental, social, and financial. Because, I can't really build a building on top of this, right? So most of the people, they get stuck at this level because they're focusing on either 1 or 2 or 3 of them, but not all of them. So if you want to keep growing, you have to focus on all 4 of them equally. There are some people who you probably recognize. Look at these people. What are some of the shared qualities amongst these guys? They've been around for a while. Not your influencers which come and go. They've been around for a while. I think everybody knows these guys for at least the last 20, 30 odd years. They've looked the same. I haven't seen Priyanka Chopra getting out of shape and coming back in shape, or Bill Gates. These are the things that we don't even talk about these people. They've remained the same. Warren Buffett is in his 90s, and the guy has managed to look the same for the last 30, 40 odd years. Bill Gates looks the same. Sundar Pichai looks the same. They have adopted a system, and the system is so repetitive that we often forget that these guys have been around for so long and they're still relevant. So what are some of the things that are common amongst these people? They're all physically, mentally, socially, and financially well. They are all givers. They have given a lot to this world. Without them, the world wouldn't be as good as it is today. They are all charitable, and they've been around for a while. They are free from controversies. They don't talk about things that don't make sense, right? And how did they manage to do this for the last so many years, for decades? 3 simple things. Understanding of fundamentals. Once you understand the fundamentals, you got to repeat the fundamentals. When you repeat the fundamentals, things compound, results compound. Take example of a cricket match, because it's a World Cup and India is playing against Pakistan today. Every time Sachin Tendulkar, sure, today we can talk about Rohit Sharma. Every time Sachin Tendulkar comes on the ground, what does everybody expect him to do? Hit a boundary, hit a six. Every ball, everybody expects him to hit the six. Doesn't do it, the next ball, again, the same expectations, hit a six, hit a boundary. What does he actually do? He paces himself, takes ones and twos, and after a grueling 1-2 hour batting, he probably scores a century. And that's when people realize, yeah, he did the right thing. And that, my dear friends, life is all about. It's not about hitting boundaries on every single ball. It's about taking ones and twos and just staying on the pitch long enough. Foundation, repetition, and then the results compound. Unfortunately, people don't do that because there's a common problem. All of us, we want things we can't have. This is human behavior. We just want things we can't have. Even if we have things which probably somebody else feels like are the best things one can have, we don't want them. And then we always think in terms of black and white. We think everything has to be either good or it has to be bad. There's no in between. Even our movies are filled with the same stuff. One hero, one villain dies, hero lives. Sometimes people do the opposite, so anti-hero culture. But go firke, it's the same stuff. We succumb to comfort. We love comfort. every time we get a chance to get comfortable, we just love it so much. And then finally, we crave excitement. We want every single ball to be shot out of boundary. You want that, but none of this stuff works. It works in movies, it works in, some fantasy land that we love living in, but it doesn't really work in real life. Real life is far more boring, but boredom is what we all must embrace. And there is a formula to get to those 1%, to be amongst the people there. The formula is pretty simple. Practice refinement. If you find something that's too exciting, it's probably not good for you. Resist instant gratification. Don't look forward to hit on every single boundary. Pace yourself. Scores in ones and twos. If you stay on the ground long enough, you are going to come out with a century. But pace yourself. Don't look forward to a boundary on every single ball. Don't listen to wrong people. It's so important. People can be energy vampires, or they can be the people who can fill you with a lot of energy. They can motivate you. They can define your next stage. It's so important to listen to the right people. And finally, don't get impressed by complexity. A lot of people talk big. A lot of people talk about secrets. A lot of people talk about these amazing tricks and techniques. But in reality, it's all very simple. In fact, physical, mental, social, financial well-being, all of them, they work through the very same principles. You understand the foundation, you repeat the basic stuff, and then the results compound over a period of time. Over a period of time. Once again, it's not about hitting a 4 or a 6 on every single ball. It's about pacing yourself, the ones and twos, and just staying there for a long, long period of time. Simple sounds simple, but simple is not easy. Simple is boring, but simple works. I hope this makes sense. Thank you.